Another one! Fabrizio Romano has spoken that Aston Villa are monitoring Feyenoord centre-back / right-back Geertruida. He is absolutely unbelievable and would be a great signing for Aston Villa. There was no Diego Carlos at the Poundland yesterday. It looks like Carlos will be leaving Aston Villa. So we are in the market for a centre-back / right-back. But Geertruida is athletic, pacey, dynamic, bombs forward, scores goals, assists. His recoveries are great. He's got a great awareness and ability to play in central areas as well. So Geertruida would be a great signing for Aston Villa. But are the stars aligning? Geertruida was born in Rotterdam. Aston Villa back in the Champions League, the pinnacle of European football. We won it in Rotterdam. Are we signing a player from Rotterdam? Stars are aligning this season, Villa fans. So yeah, really, really excited by this one. So we've got Fabrizio Romano reporting that Aston Villa have added Geertruida to their shortlist as he remains also on Leipzig's radar. Leipzig wanted Geertruida already last summer. Villa are monitoring him as a new option. So I think I've spoken the last couple of days, etc., about the two areas that I really want us to improve on. I want us to recruit, to go into the next season. And I think we are all of the understanding that a centre-back / right-back is a priority. And I think it's interesting that we always go centre-back / right-back, because I think that's the position and the market that we're in. And with our squad, we've got the ability to sort of merge a player in two positions. So Geertruida can play in both. Predominantly, I would say his best position is right back. He gets forward, he's attacking, he's pacey, he's got an eye for a goal, and he's just a really good attacking fullback. A little bit like Frimpong in that sense. They're quite similar in how they play. But I think with Villa, the position that we're in now, we know that left-sided centre-back is locked in, Pau Torres. And we know that Mings is not far away. So I feel quite comfortable now with that left-hand side. The right-hand side, we'd got Konsa and Carlos. Now, last season, what we were seeing was in the big games, Konsa was going to right-back, Carlos was starting at centre-back. And we were pretty good at it. We were pretty solid. We were getting really big results against Man City and Arsenal. So it worked. It worked well. And the profile of the team was quite good in how we shaped up. We was a lot more solid. The double pivot dropped a little bit deeper. So Kamara was sort of screening the back three. But I think we could all say that a lot of Villa fans want Konsa back at centre-back. And I think that pairing of Pau and Konsa would be really strong. Now, you add Geertruida to that mix, we would be really dynamic on that right-hand side as well. And we'd have a right-back and a left-back who can invert centrally. But we've also got the options of them both being able to bomb on and go forward. So I think it's really interesting. I still do think that there may be times that Konsa does go to right-back. I think it suits us on certain games. I think Konsa's 1v1 defending is absolutely phenomenal. So if he's coming up against Vinicius Jr. for Real Madrid, we've already seen him pocket Vinny Jr. for England. So he could do it again. So I think tactical changes are present within how we could shape up. But I think it would definitely enable us to be more dynamic on that right-hand side. I imagine some people are saying Nedeljkovic, and we're going to talk about him this week, especially. But what I would say is err on the side of caution with development and bringing him and nurturing him into the team sort of progressively, but / cautiously. I think what we don't want to do is go, he's our right back, he's going to play That's the player. He's had a great pre-season, and I think he's had a wonderful pre-season. But I think we've got to bide our time. And I think what I mean by this is, so this is what my main point of this is that you can have a Ross Barkley, you can have an Nedeljkovic, you can have an Ealing Jr., a Baronetcha. But to understand an Unai Emery system does take time. And we saw that with Yuri Tielemans and Morgan Rogers. So, for example, Tielemans came in, played a bit in the game against Newcastle, was out of the team, but he had to adapt to Emery's ways. We're talking about a player that's played at the top end of international football, as being a Premier League player, but he's had to adapt. He couldn't just come in and start playing games, so he had to adapt. The same thing with Barkley. Barkley will have to adapt to Unai Emery's ways. And another example of this was Morgan Rogers. He came into Villa. He started playing in a couple of minutes, looked a bit scratchy, had to find his way. Once he learnt the Emery way, he locked in that position and he hasn't looked back since. So 2 examples of players, Tielemans and Rogers, who've come into Villa, and we've got high hopes. We think they could hit the ground running, but you have to learn Emery's way. This is what pre-season's been about as well, understanding the role. You could be a player that's achieved great things, but it doesn't mean anything when you come to Villa now. You have to grasp the system. So I think the coaching with Nedeljkovic again is going to be very, very intense. And if he doesn't start the first couple of games or he doesn't get minutes, it doesn't matter, because once he starts growing, once he starts drip feeding into the team, then he'll start to flourish. The same with Ealing Jr. as well. I think he's not one where we could be, he's going to start games, he's going to come on and be absolutely a world beater straight away. He'll adapt, he'll grow, and it'll just start coming together that way. So I think that's where I'm at with sort of like that right back position with Nedeljkovic as well. So, you know, I think he's going to learn, he's going to grow, he's 18. But yeah, Geertruida, back to him. Get him in, because he would be phenomenal for Aston Villa. It'd be really dynamic, and I think he'd be absolutely fantastic. So we'll go to SofaScore now then. We'll have a look at the stats. We'll have a look at the numbers. We'll see where we're at. So 24 years of age, right-footed on that right-hand side, market value of 35 million. Last season in the Eredivisie, a 7.41 SofaScore rating. Get in there. It's nice and green. We've got a blue one in there as well for a 9.1. So as you can see on the heat map, and this is what I was talking about, how, you know, you look at that position there, you think, God, he's going to just keep going. It's going to keep getting redder and redder as he goes. But he inverts into midfield. He gets those runs. He runs off midfielders as well. And I think that's a sort of dynamic area I think we're going to have to our team with both fullbacks. Both fullbacks now, if we can get Geertruida, are comfortable playing in that central area. That adds a different dynamic to our system moving forward. So he's played 34 games, started 34, averaged 89 minutes. He's got 8 goals. We've got 5 assists. So those numbers are brilliant. He's got a goal conversion rate of 20%. We've got a passing accuracy. I mean, this is great, yeah. This passing accuracy here is very, very good. 92% per game, 95% in his own half, and 88% in the opposition half. 56% accuracy of long balls, 55% of chipped passes. Defending, 15 clean sheets, 1.4 tackles per game, 5.4 ball recoveries per game, 1.3 clearances per game, successful dribbles, 58%, total duels won, 61%, ground duels, 60%, aerial duels, 64%. Villa fans, this is a player. This is a player. So we'll have a look at FB Ref as well. We'll get some more standout stats here as well. So we've got 1.45 clearances, 1.45 tackles. We've got 2.70 progressive passes received. We've got progressive passes 7.94, progressive carries 2.55, shot creating actions per 90 at 2.96, which is very, very high. Total shots at 1.16. He's a player. He's an absolute player, and he's got some comparisons here at fullback. Marcelo, Jordi Alba, Sugawara that we saw as well. We've got Teze, Dest. We've got Walker Peters, so he's in good company there. And then if we have a look at his transfer market, we've got 32 million. We've got he is born in Rotterdam. We've got him playing at under 16, 17, 18s, 19, 21s, and he's got 11 appearances for the Netherlands national team. He started with Spartan Youth, and he's just gone through that Feyenoord system. So this is a really big rumour, Villa fans, really exciting one. And yeah, I think he fits the profile. I think we are actively looking at a defender. I think with Carlos going, we will sign a defender. So this one, really liking it. It's coming from the GOAT Fabrizio as well. So Villa fans, let me know your thoughts on this rumour. Are you a fan? How are you feeling? Hit the like button, subscribe, get involved in the comment section. Up the Villa.